What's going on, y'all? It's Greg. Greg said it. Back with another one here. And it's so great to be back. Shout out to all my followers and all my subscribers who've been here on this journey from day one. Day one is really like August for this football thing. I kind of waited and waited a little bit to get this thing going, but we got it going. And man, it's been a nice run. And if you're here, go ahead and hit that like button. Go ahead and give it a little something. Go ahead and subscribe. Let's run this thing up, because I got a video for you all today. I thought about something just this few minutes ago. I said, let me go do a video, because I really wasn't going to do a video. I wasn't planning on it. And I thought about Colorado really, if it wasn't for one thing, and they could fix this one thing and be dominant if they want. This one thing has been the plague the whole time. It's made games closer than they should. This one thing, you're going to agree with me when I say it. This one thing, Colorado would be, instead of 4-3, it would be 6-1. Check this out. Penalties. If they could correct the penalties, I know we talk about the tackling, we talk about sacks. I can argue this thing. Yeah, that's all a problem. But let me tell y'all something. Penalties is what's beat Colorado. When they lost to Stanford, it was like what? 17 penalties? This is including offense, defense, special teams. They all have done it. Multiple games. If you really look at Colorado's games that they lost, let's take a look. Games they almost lost, the games they struggled with. It was penalties that left the other team in the game. Yeah, some people say it was the lack of penalties called other teams, because that's a whole other conversation, maybe a whole other video. The refs not calling stuff. We're looking at blatant holds, people holding people while they're trying to get to the ball, and and maybe even some of these penalties are, suspect. They calling pass interference on some stuff. It's not quite like that. When we got the interception on USC, Kamani got, and it was a bang play with Ward, and they called a pass interference at the last minute, kind of controlling the game like that. So some of it's out of their control, but a lot of it is. Because if you take away the penalties, one way or another, Colorado only loses to Oregon. It's the penalties that let Stanford back in the game. Clearly, look at the numbers. Look at the numbers. Over 100 yards. And the penalties that Colorado seem to love the most are those penalties that come at all the wrong times. All the wrong times. I mean, they get the penalty where 3rd down and 2. Automatic first down. We're not even talking about just jumping off sides from a defense perspective. We also look at pass interferences, holding, defensive backs holding, stuff like that. But offense, oh yeah, you got it all. I mean, you have, false starts. We had one guy was hard in his first game, Arizona State. False start in a hole. Back to back. He took the drive from 3rd and 2 to like 3rd and 17 or something. It was just one guy. And of course, you know how that ended, a punt. So it's like you're moving the ball and you hurt yourself with a penalty, right? You moving the ball, you get a good run, they call it back for a holding. They call in stuff like illegal formations. You're not lining up properly. A lot of holdings, a lot of false starts, illegal formations. You're in control of that. Everything at Oregon, everything ain't too loud to hear. Even at home, you're doing it. If you eliminate all these ridiculous false starts when you're 3rd and 2, and take you, pretty much out of where you got to throw and they can pin the ears back, they can at least have to respect the run to some degree, right? Maybe. Or those drives where you convert and you get called back on offense, you win those games. USC. Oregon, you take that out. Stanford. It's just those two. And those close games wouldn't even been close. You take away the penalties. That was like an epiphany for me. It's like the penalties. Like, wow. If they just be disciplined, nobody really messing with them. Everybody looking at the record. Both of the games they lost pretty much were going to overtime. Everybody acting like they just getting whooped. The only team whooped them was Oregon. And they had penalties there too. You can't shoot yourself in the foot. When they did stop Oregon, they gave up like a little punt, special teams play, fake punt, and they had to stop that. It would have been in on this side of the field. Pretty much in the red zone. And these boys faked the punt because they knew they could do it. It's things that you saw in the beginning of that game. They just kind of laid back, just like they kind of laid back against Stanford. It's not because they're not. What you have to do with Colorado is you have to respect them. I don't care what the media say. Anybody that's playing Colorado, know you're dealing with a juggernaut. You're dealing with a team that can whoop anybody. You talk all this about the line and this and that. If they don't have the penalties and their explosive play ability, their weapons they have at receiver, the Weavers, the Horns, the Hunters, you got tight ends, you got multiple other weapons, Javon Antonio, Dawson, you got Harrison at tight end. You got all these things. That you got weapons in the backfield really haven't been unleashed. They really tiptoeing around, walking on eggshells when it comes to Colorado, because you really got to recognize the fact they got weapons, too many weapons. And it's sad they don't know how to use them because they really got more weapons than most of the teams they played. Everybody said, we got 4-star, 5-stars. Man, I know we know our players a little better. We're a little biased, but you got to be for real. They got a lot of weapons that really could be started in other places. And everybody can say that, yeah, and they all backup players, yeah. But just be real. You got Hunter, you got Weaver and Horn on the field at the same time. Then you really ain't watching for Harrison. Javon Antonio. You watching those guys. Then you got Dylan Edwards out the backfield. McCaskill out the backfield. If they really know how to use them weapons and stop these penalties, everybody will have to respect these boys. Yeah, the line got better. Yeah. Yeah, the defense line got more pressure. Yeah. If they played more discipline, it really wouldn't be in most teams' favor because they can score pretty much against anybody. They can score a lot of points. It's not fluky. The quarterback is the top passing receiver, and he's only a few away from the top touchdowns. You have a good game, you can catch up really quick. So he's showing you they are producing with the line. They are producing. If they tweak a few things, see, you trying to worry about the big things, tweak the little things. Jumping off sides. We got to do that whole practice. Don't jump off sides. Don't hold. Don't put too many people on the field multiple times, 4 or 5 times a game on defense. Stuff like that. Put team in the game. Every time you stop them, you get a penalty to get them another chance. Not only another chance, automatic first down in some cases. And you said they want to give them credit. I can't give you credit when I got 17 penalties. What are you talking about? I can't even give you credit if we won because 17 penalties is unheard of. Some people don't even get that in the whole season. That's unheard of. Everybody's talking this and that and that. This is the one thing they can control and need to spend time on. Because no matter how great you play, if every time you do something, you're going to shoot yourself in the foot, what good is it? What good is getting a long run? We run the ball, you run the ball. We seen them run the ball 15 yards, holding. Now, get these referees in check. They won't be, sabotaging the game. But you out there wrapping your hands around a guy who going wide and the ball is running to your right and he running wide to your left. Fool, you should know he's taking a step out to play. Just push him on out to play. Why wrap your arms around somebody who ain't even finna be in the play? That's you. I watched it happen. I watched guard Bailey do it. He took himself out to play. Just take him on wide, run it back, running off your right hip. Why do you need to hold the man that ain't even finna get to the play? He rushing too far upfield. He took himself out to play. You got to be smart. Hold him. Bring the run back. You complain about not running the ball. When you do run the ball, you hold it. Come on now. Quit complaining and just play ball, guys. Let these guys play ball. And quit worrying about what you don't have. Worry about what you do have. Quit talking about we can't block. You clearly blocking something. He's getting set. Okay. Do the little stuff and stop getting him set. Change the snap count. Do some motion. It's in your control. You ain't going to bulldoze. We know that. then be smart. Be creative with your play calling. But be freaking disciplined. Defense, be freaking disciplined. Pass interferences, jumping off sides, don't do that. Simple. Don't do it. Don't be in the neutral zone. Don't do it. And it's just that simple. Special teams, you special. I don't know what in the world you doing. Don't kick the freaking ball out of bounds. And this is after penalty. We saw that work out. Don't kick no kickoff out of bounds. Duh. Punt. Punt the freaking ball. Don't go and let the man block it. Don't get a penalty. Hold it. Don't do that. Just play ball. And I'm telling y'all, this team is way more dangerous than people give credit. And there's no way these teams they playing don't know that. They banking on you being dumb. They're banking on you having dumb penalties, double-digit penalties every game. That's dumb. It's freaking elementary. We didn't even do that in Little League. Refs can't give you that many calls. Personal fouls and all that. You want a personal foul him, knock his block off on the next play. Knock his head slap off. That's how you get him back. They have to play pitty-patting, and they call a penalty on you. When Travis Hunter did that, the defense finally stopped him. He getting get back, revenge on the guy who been pretty much bullying him all game. He got tired of it. But that right there, they scored after that. They scored after that. I don't know if anybody else has caught that. I just wanted to say that, man. You know, this Greg said it. You know, I talk about the real, man. Some, you know, the analytics, the stats, everything on display. But what's the real deal? Y'all make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe. And I'll talk to y'all soon. Y'all have a good one.